Welcome to North of the Broad. I'm your host, Robin Zimmerman, and we're bringing you our show from downtown Beaufort at the Pat Conroy Literary Center. We've got a great lineup of guests, so stay with us. Welcome to North of the Broad. I'm your host, Robin Zimmerman, and we are here at the Pat Conroy Literary Center with the Executive Director, Jonathan Haupt. Jonathan, good to see you.
You too, Robin.
And you are open, officially open.
We are. We've been open for about a week now here at the Conroy Center, Thursday through Sunday, noon to 4 p.m., and folks have been coming back. They've been coming from all over, so there are tourists who've been waiting for this opportunity, and here they come.
Ah, that's great. And I know that you have done the virtual tours, but now, again, people could come in and do their real tour here at the center.
Absolutely.
And your hours are?
We're at noon to 4,
Okay.
and we're continuing to do the virtual tours. And I had a really wonderful experience on the second day that we were open. A woman who had taken 3 of the virtual tours, 3 of the 4 we've offered, came in with a friend, and she was able to lead the tour herself because she had seen me do it
You're kidding.
3 times. So no assistance required now.
So now you're doing both.
We are.
Good.
We've had such strong response from people all over the country, to some degree all over the world, to the virtual programs.
Right.
We want them to continue to feel involved and
That's
be
really,
involved. So
that's really been exciting.
It has been.
To be able to have that reach. And speaking of reach, with Camp Conroy, it's going to be virtual, but you've got students that will be from other states involved. So let's talk about Camp Conroy.
That's right. So our camp starts next week, and registration is full for the virtual version. This is the 3rd year we've been able to do this. And we have 12 campers joining us from 5 states, which means we have kids who never would have been able to come in person. And here's their opportunity to participate in this bookmaking camp. So over 2 weeks, they'll write, illustrate, edit, design, and ultimately publish a book together.
Wow.
Our theme this year is trees, which is why I have all these wonderful things behind me. The campers will get to name this bear. The bear needs a name. So at some point during the camp, that will be a contest we'll hold as well.
So talk about logistics. So will there be Zoom meetings, and then you mailed out a kit for the students?
We have. We've done, as many summer camps are doing, a sort of camp in a box, since we're not physically present with the campers, and we want them all to have access to the same materials, regardless of where they are. So our instructors will be here in the Conroy Center, where we are right now, doing 2 live Zoom sessions a day with the campers. But we've also been doing a lot of recorded videos and on-your-own projects. We don't want our campers just in front of a screen watching us all day long. We really want them engaged in the same way they would be in person. Mm-hmm. So one of the fun things that we've done, since we can't do a real field trip, is a virtual field trip. So I went out in my neighborhood and I filmed one, and I was feeling really good about it. But we have a camp counselor this year, Holland Perryman, superstar of the Conroy Center, who went out and filmed her own virtual field trip in her own backyard, and it's like 1,000 times better than mine. So this is going to be fun for all of us.
You know, one of the beauties of camp is that the campers get to, to talk with each other and learn from each other and have that fellowship. So how are you going to instill that? How are you going to be able to do that?
That's the challenge with the virtual camp, and that's part of the reason we limited it to 12. Last year we had 30 in person, and we wouldn't be able to have that kind of interaction on screen with 30. But with a dozen, as we split them off and work with them independently, I think we're still going to get to that.
Okay,
yeah.
Good.
We've got a group of campers who've participated before. They're pros. They sort of know what it's supposed to be.
What to expect,
and we've got some first-timers who are going to get to join us from wherever they are.
And your instructors. Let's talk about the instructors.
Yeah, absolutely.
A great slate of folks.
We really do. We have almost as many visiting instructors and presenters as we have campers this year. The core instructors, the trio who make this possible, are Lisa Ann Cullen and Robin Prince Monroe and Miho Keenis, and they'll be here with me in the Conroy Center. But also joining us as another sort of virtual field trip, we have Lila Arnold and Lowcountry Raptors, who some folks have certainly met at farmers markets. They'll be here in the center with some of the rescued raptors. And we've got some local authors and some local artists who've all put together really interesting packages. And then Javon Daly, singer-songwriter from Hilton Head, is going to do a concert for our Camp Conroy kids, and then talk to them about working with an audience and what he does for a living, the kind of writing that he does as well.
So, Jonathan, we have about 25 seconds left. What is your goal with the camp? What do you hope to achieve for the campers?
We're trying to find the next Pat Conroy out there and get them started at a very young age. These are kids this year who are between the ages of 7 and 15.
Right.
Many of them are already really advanced in the kind of writing and art that they're doing, but they've never really thought about a book or a collaborative project or about publishing. And we want to teach them a little bit about all of that during the camp, just to sort of give them a head start on whatever comes next in their writing and
That's so
artistic
wonderful.
lives.
And the camp is June 15th through the 25th, or 26th.
26, yes.
So next month, we'll talk about how it went.
Oh, we will.
Yes, thank you so much for your leadership. Thank you,
Thank
Jonathan
you.
Haupt, who is Executive Director of the Pat Conroy Literary Center. And we'll be right back.